What's that other pedal? Oh my gosh. Nick just taught me something about pedals. I had no idea. Hey everybody, it's Josh here, and we're gonna try a little experiment. Nick went and tracked a song from his memory trying to be Radiohead. He wanted to do some of the general tones, generally cover what Radiohead sounds like on the guitar, on the bass, even with vocals, and he's gonna use all JHS pedals. Then I'm gonna watch, and I'm gonna give my opinion. Did he get close? Is he way off? And what do I know about Radiohead in the first place? I can't tell you how many times as a guitar player I've been referencing something in a session or live or writing music, and I go back and listen to the reference or the band I had in mind, and it sounds nothing like my memory. I think it's a tone memory that we really struggle with. So I'm gonna hit play. He has pre-recorded an entire thing here that I'm gonna watch. And I'm just gonna comment through it, and we're gonna see if he sounds almost like Radiohead. This is definitely in Rainbows-esque. Oh, I love it. The vocals are so cool. Body snatchers, for sure. He needs to dance a little more.
The Violet is a really cool pedal because you can get everything from really distorted sounds to lighter overdrive sounds, kind of like the Morning Glory. Right now I have some lower mids pulled out, not a lot of gain, but it's just giving my amp a little bit more crunch, and I love it.
Yeah.
And I have the flight delay in analog mode that's just giving me a little slap back to kind of give it a room sound.
They generally use Space Echo type stuff. Yeah, it sounds good. He's playing it well as well.
Alright, I can't stop using reverse mode on this thing. I freaking love it so much. So
Reverse sparkles.
I'm doing these like little weird not tapping. I'm like tapping, but not tapping. You know what I mean?
I hear you.
These kind of reverse trickles of nonsense.
Yeah, a big piece of Radiohead is weirdness, but like textural weirdness that is the mood. Radiohead, they're all phenomenal musicians, like grade A phenomenal musicians. But what I really love is that they're artsy. They're super weird, and they're not afraid to implement weird, goofy, strange, creepy sounds underneath beautiful classical moments. Literally, Johnny Greenwood's a composer, but they're a rock band, but they're an electronic band. So I like this sound that he pulled off with the flight delay.
I'm just freaking out, man. Somebody said in the comments they didn't think reverse was useful, and I almost lost it.
They're wrong.
This might be the first time I've ever used these two pedals together for bass, but the color box into the pulp and peel is really awesome. I can still keep a DI signal by using the XLR out of the pulp and peel, doing a little tone.
Okay, I gotta interrupt you. At one time, I thought I was gonna do a channel strip of this, but I thought no one would buy it. Maybe they would. It'd be expensive. I was thinking like a 19-inch rack unit, because those two pedals together, yeah, back to Radiohead, that's a killer Radiohead sound. Colin's bass tones are always dirty. Not always, but what I love about them is dirty. I mean, listen to National Anthem. It's a big cheese. It's a fuzz pedal. So having this dirt grit on there, love it.
I'm also hitting the UAD Ampeg plugin for a little bit of amp emulation.
That's a perfect bass sound. Bass should be dirty.
I remember seeing Johnny Greenwood do this thing where he palm muted the whole fretboard and just did these like chuck sounds with this crazy effect on it.
True story. I feel bad interrupting Nick, but that's the point of the video. Johnny Greenwood would play so violently in the first era of Radiohead that he actually wore an arm brace. He was so crazy with his arm and the way that he struck the guitar and did all of these percussive movements. I love you, Johnny.
sounded really cool. And I have no clue how accurate this is, but if I'm doing discount Radiohead, I have to do some weird Johnny Greenwood
What did he just discount Radiohead? Like as in the generic version? Like I go to Walmart and buy the generic green beans? That'd be a good band name, but Radiohead would sue you.
For this sound, I've got the Laurie B going into the flight delay in reverse mode. This isn't that technically impressive, but, you know.
Again, interrupting. I mean, at first I was like, Laurie B, that's weird. But then, I mean, the Laurie B is a topology of hard clipping. And I know this from our Rat live episode we did where we mimic different sounds with the Rat pedal. I messaged one of the Radiohead members. I can't remember who it was. Whatever. I messaged them. And they use Turbo Rats. And there's a lot of similarity in that, just Rat in general, because it's a hard clipping distortion. The Violet just has a lot of EQ options, so it's not that crazy. Laurie Basilio does not sound like Radiohead, but that does not mean that the tools that Laurie Basilio uses can't produce Radiohead tones. I think he's doing a great job here. His tone memory is similar to mine. Maybe we're both wrong. I don't know, but he's nailing it.
The color box can do so many things, but one of my favorite things that it can do is that straight into the console blown out sound. Stuff like you hear on like Body Snatchers or Beatles stuff. You know the drill.
It feels good being right. That's a very good song. The original color box demo, I referenced Body Snatchers, and I remember learning to play it, and it was like, this isn't easy.
Johnny Greenwood's blown out DI sound is a little bit more whoofy than...
Okay, he's wrong. It's Tom York. Tom York's playing the blown out part. I still love you, Nick.
Greenwood's blown out DI sound is a little bit more whoofy than this, but this will totally get there if you want to. I had to tame it just a little bit so it would fit in the mix without destroying everything. Oh hey, it's me from the future, just cleaning up a bunch of tremolo pedals. Don't ask. So I said Johnny Greenwood's blown out DI sound. In all the live performances I've seen of Radiohead playing Body Snatchers, Tom York is playing the main riff.
There you go, Nick.
So I guess my mistake.
I'm so proud of you.
I guess it's Tom York's blown out DI sound.
Yes.
I don't know. I don't know who originally recorded it, but I feel like I have to set the record straight or people are going to freaking
they will
come to my house.
Tom York does not get enough credit. Johnny Greenwood is one of my all-time top 5 favorite guitarists and one of the best guitarists who's ever lived creatively. But Tom York is a freaking amazing guitar player. And if you disagree with that, you're wrong.
I don't know what Tom is using on his guitar for this version of this riff, but it doesn't sound as DI as the record.
I have a bigger monitor here. So.
Is that an X Pandora? Josh, look at this. In that case, you could also use
Wait. Hold on. On that board, full drive 2, Boss Noise, X Pandora. What's that other pedal? I don't even know. Oh my gosh. Nick just taught me something about pedals. I had no idea Radiohead ever used an X Pandora.
In that case, you could also use the freaking kilt.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. Spooky vocals, yes. Do it. You gotta dance, Nick. You're not dancing enough.
You can't do discount Radiohead without doing some spooky ooh, so I've got the UASD1 going into the color box for some tone shaping. Then I'm going into the flight delay and the 3 series hall reverb. Instrument out to a high Z input on my interface.
It's a good use. I'm still floored that Radiohead used an X Pandora. I had no idea, and I have meticulously nerded out on them for years. I love the Basement Session. If you've never watched the Basement Sessions, go to YouTube, Radiohead Basement Sessions. It's incredible. It's so good. The performance of Weird Fishies on there, unbelievable. This was fun. I think the tone memory is solid, and I think more than that, it didn't take a lot of pedals to do a really killer Radiohead ripoff. an almost Radiohead track. I wouldn't have picked the Violet. I would have probably picked the Pack Rat, but the Violet does a lot of Rat-esque tones, and Nick literally tuned it in just like a Rat, in my opinion. As far as delay, any delay is going to work solid. The thing about the flight delay that's good for this is you could do a lot more of the Radiohead tones, especially even the newer Johnny Greenwood things that he's doing on the Smile. There's a lot of this weird percussive snapping hard repeat digital. It'll do that really well, but his use of the reverse delay in the video is fantastic. The color box, I mean, Body Snatchers all day. And it was really cool to see. I've never seen it on video for some reason, even though it's always been in my mind to put the Pulp and Pill with the color box in a device. I've actually never shown it on video, which makes me feel like I typically feel, disappointed in myself. I'm gonna grade his tone memory. I'm going 8.5. And that's really high. 10 is like, oh my God, I'm enraptured and I think you're Radiohead. He needed to dance more. He would have got 8.6. In the comments below, what do you think about Nick's almost Radiohead thing? I'm out of here. In the comments below, let me know what you think of Nick's performance, the pedals that he used, what pedals of ours would you have used, and then what pedals of yours, your current rig, not buying anything new, would you use? So I expect to see a lot of comments. And if I don't, I'm deleting our entire YouTube channel.